right, so when Dream Chaser's on orbit, we're docked to the ISS, and we load the crew and any cargo that we want to bring back from space. And we'll go through an undocking procedure where we'll, come off of the space station and slowly get away from it, out of phase with the space station. At which point we'll maneuver, to an orbit where we want to do a deorbit burn operation. And from there, we'll use the main engines, which are on the back of the vehicle here, and we'll do what's called a retro burn, and we'll burn opposite in the orbital plane, and that'll slow the vehicle down and slowly start to bring us back down into the atmosphere. At which point the vehicle will flip over, and we'll use the heat shields here on the bottom to protect the vehicle as it re-enters. And from the point of doing a deorbit burn down to the ground, is on the order of an hour. It depends on where we're going and a few other factors. At that point, the astronauts will be, the vehicle will be flying itself for the most part, with the astronauts checking in on systems, making sure that everything's running nominally. At high altitudes, we have reaction control systems, RCS jets, which control the orientation of the vehicle, because there's not a lot of air at that point, so the control surfaces won't work. And then there's a point where we start to see sizable atmosphere, and the control surfaces can then take over and use their authority to be able to control the airplane like an airplane would, or the vehicle like an airplane would. At which point, we'll get up and center lined on the runway. We come in, and it's a fairly steep, quick approach, and we'll come out, flare, and the landing gear will be deployed. So we have two main gears with tires and then a nose skid that deploy. And just like a conventional glider or aircraft, we'll come in, main gear down, and then the nose gear, and roll out to a stop on the runway.